Hello, beautiful people. Hello, world. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. It is Chris Muniko here. So today I'm just at my homeland here in the village. You can try to have a look. There's the sun. Just sitting down in a slow way. So like here, guys, I'm at my homeland. You can just see, like in the village here, we have our own behavior. This is how we just dry our clothes. We don't have drying machines like maybe washing machine, or you can just washing machine. What I know about the washing machine, sometimes it takes too long to make the clothes to dry, such kind of the thing. Then it wash the clothes to be clean. So that is it. But in the village here, things are just opposite. So we just usually use that sun for drying our clothes here. And life is really going simple like that way, because we have just been growing in such kind of the life, very admirable life, fantastic, amazing one. And like here, I'm favorite to some nice fruits. I have my another best fruit here, we call it berry. This one here in our local language you call it inkenene. This one is very sweet and amazing. So you can see kids, that's the hello guys going to fetch water. So they are trying to make some nice sound to attract other kids, so calling other kids to come and join them together to go for fetching water. So that's how things are just going, and I really thank God for being healthy. Yesterday I really finished my Valentine Day in a good mood. I want to say thank you God, and for all people that are just praying to me like Chris Muniko, may you be blessed. So don't forget that in my homeland here we have some kitchen garden. My mom, she do plant a lot of different vegetables. You can have a look like this one and call it muchicha. I don't know in your language. You can see this one is another one. These are spinach here. We have okra plants. We have this one here with it have some black seeds, but when they're not mature they just green. So this one, it's somehow bitter. So it's somehow bitter, and it's good for somebody who is just suffering with blood pressure. If you have blood pressure, you know this type of the vegetable, just cook it. Don't allow it to burn too much. You really destroy the sweetness of this vegetable that I just think here. And when Lily in Swahili, we call it how we really call it. Let me try to remember the name. How what's the name of this beautiful? I've forgotten. If I just remember, I'm gonna tell you before I move from this place. And there's some onion here to add flavor. There are very many of them. Very many of them. We call it nswega. This one, guys, and this is okra. And try to see. So life is just cool, amazing here in the village, and things are just running smooth. So I have a lot to show you around my homeland here. This is my homeland. I really believe at other countries things are very different. Like the way things are taking place in my village here, things are just taking place in different way. Like you can try to have a look. These are some hens at my homeland here. You can try to have a look. So they're searching for themselves for food, at least to get something to eat. Can you try to see? Like this one is trying to search for the food, looking for the insect, then they eat. Tell me, is it the same way in your country? You just do such a kind of the thing, like leaving your hands to go and found the food elsewhere around your community, all around the people that are living surrounding neighborhood. Tell me if that's the same in my country here, or in my village here. Like in the village here, that's how things are just going. You can see there are some guavas here. I usually talk about them several times in my videos. Like today, I'm very lucky. I'm just met with some of them here. So this is how guavas they just grow in the village here. They do best. Like you can try to see, they are ready to be eaten. Like this one. Wow, you can see. And this is the best fruit for the birds. Birds they really like coming to eat the guavas. I'm gonna eat this one. Can you see the color? Yellowish, somehow mixture green. But this is the best one to be eaten. This one. I'm gonna I have already made my day by eating guavas. So don't ask me in my video why Chris don't like eating fruits. You have already seen I have just eaten already the fruits. So you know in the village here fruits are just everywhere. We got them for free, by the way. We don't buy, we just get them for free. So these are the sweet potatoes farm. You can see it's going down until down there. Like this one is still maturing. They are very small. And for the good thing about this sweet potato, they're gonna do best because they are very young. And yesterday it was just raining. Do you see down the ground? Do you see? Let me show you by the soil. Do you see? It means there's a lot of water trying to penetrate, going down. Wow, I'm getting a fresh air around my homeland. You know, I like seeing this beautiful tree. When I come here, I get enough oxygen, a fresh air, and I say, thank you, God. Because when I see this, I've already seen my dad, because this is the tree that my dad planted before he died, and he said nobody to cut it down. You can see the way it's just now very big in size, very enough mature. You can see it's very tall. Now it's almost heading to 100 feet, going up. Very, very tall. But I do like the leaves of it because they are very smooth. And what you'll notice about this type of the tree that I'm just talking here, can you hear the sound? Do you hear? It creates its own sounds. So another thing about this tree, the importance of it, when you try to dry it, it takes like 2 days. It's already dried, then it produces very nice heat. It burns very easily. It does not have more smoke. Does not have such kind of thing. There's no small, like more smoke, and the good thing is have a very nice. How can I say it? Is it smell? It's a nice smell. I think so. So you feel like if something is being burned, something good. This is the tree that I'm talking about. You can see right there. Those are my sisters that they have just came to fund for the guavas. My two sisters, the big one and the young one, the one who just follow me from the back at the last born. She's the last born at our home. So I have already met with another strawberry here at my homeland. You can see the way we're just being blessed with a lot of fruits everywhere. You can see, but they are not very mature now. So, these are another sweet potatoes. So I'm trying to walk around my homeland here to have a nature walk, you know, it's a long time without me taking you a nice tour like in my village here at my homeland, to experience all of us together, to see the beauty and the good of the village life the way it is. So that's how things taking place. I'm just walking slowly, but you can see the street of just weird. Other part is just gold, other part is just black, and all of my body is almost black because I really like black. I love black because black is my favorite color. I'm an African guy, so when you see me wearing like this way, I represent Africa in the world. I make sure that everything's just going smoothly, good. Anyone is just watching this video, if you are just from Africa or you are just in Africa, big shout out to you. African people are just very great people, and we thank God for the blessing, for any blessing that God gives us. It have a point, it have a meaning. That's it. So like here, I came to show you something here. These were just sink here. These are not firewood. These are some of the trees that I'm just going to use for fencing my homeland. At our homeland there, I'm gonna use this one for fencing. We usually use them for fencing. That's why I'm just seeing we leave the branch like, I don't know, being scattered everywhere. They're just pointing like arrows. You can see the branches. They're just pointing like arrows. Just pointing everywhere, pointing everywhere. So we shall use this for fencing our homes. So I think you really know the way my home is just looking like. Every day you see the way it is, the fence, the way it just. So this is what we usually use. So we just come and cut them from the bush, like this place is just seen here, and this is how we clear the bush. You know, when you cut them like that way, another tree to grow, it is gonna take a long time. So if you are not keen, like our family members, this place we're gonna find it is just empty. We have just already cleared the bush. Like at the past some years ago, all of this place, the way we are seeing it, it was just bush. It was not even any plant around here, around this place. I remember when I was young, this place even, I was really fearing to cross or to pass around this place during the day and the night, because it was really bush. Was a lot of trees surrounding this place. The way you are seeing it, from all of this place, the way you are seeing it, it was a very big bush. I remember there's a time that many of the birds, they really like to come and gather in this place. They really like to come and surround this place because it was a very, very big bush. And you know, always the place where there's a lot of trees, a big bush, where that's the place where wild animals, they really hide, and the birds, they just do hide. You know, bush is the home of birds and animals. Like trees is the home of birds. So like the way you're just seeing here, hey, can you see that bird flying on the sky? It have just disappeared. Like the way you're just seeing here, I don't think that I can just miss the nest in the inside of this place. I don't think I can just miss. But I know, you know, it's not somehow good to come in this place. Like, but you can see right there's a nester already for the birds. So sometimes birds even they just come inside here for purposes of surviving and finding some fruits to eat, like guavas are just seeing here. So these are the food of the birds. So that's how the life it was. And actually, the way we are talking now, around this place that they just seeing here, there's some years ago there was no in-law was just passing here. This place was just even the bush. It was a very big bush. If you wanted to pass, maybe to go to another side there's a special road, or you can just call it Calabash. Wrong way, is just far away from this place. It's just on that side where we just usually use it to pass and taking our cows for drinking water or for finding some grasses to eat at those years. But nowadays, nothing like that one, guys. Hey, how is you, bro?
poa.
Uko poa? Unaenda wapi?
Naelekea Mabera.
Unaenda Mabera? Okay, safe journey. Yeah, bro. That's how the life it was, guys. Like you can see, these are my neighborhood here, and life was just very, very smooth. So these are my neighborhood. You can see they're trying to do some preparation of the land, like they want to do some farming activities. You know, in the village here, things they're just going opposite. When you're just planning to harvest from your farm, others are just planning how to prepare their farm. Like, you know, this is my homeland and this is our farm here. You can see it's very different. At my homeland here, the maize, they're just still on the farm. You can see down there, there's some groups. That's how we just put our maize in groups. There are some groups. These are first one, second one, third one, but you have already harvested some of them. And you know, this is the food of animal, like cow. When they really like eating this, most of them they really like when they're just eating when they're just dry somehow, because they really produce a lot of milk. So you can see there is some groups. There's another group, so that's how things, and that's how we just put our maize in the village here. Before we just harvest them from the farm, you just cut them, then you put them in the group, then you give them like 3 days to dry. After that, you just call your family, then you just come and do what's harvest. But at the way the life it was, it's not the same way. Some years ago, like when I was young, I was just seeing my dad, my mom, my auntie, so my neighborhood, they really came together to help each other. But nowadays things are just changing. Nowadays you just deal with only your family. Like if you are just seven in number, you just come like 4 of them to do some harvesting. But at the past, the years ago, things was not like that way. People, they could just come and gather together, helping each other. So like if you want to farm this farm, like you want to do some digging or you want to do some plantation, you just go and invite them. You tell them like, to maybe next week on Friday, I want to do what? I want to plant maize. So just come and help me. So what you need, or what you're supposed to do, is only you cook a very delicious meal. Like maybe you slaughter the hen. Mostly they really like slaughtering the hen. You slaughter the hen, then you cook some ugari, you prepare the porridge, very enough porridge, in like, let me say like 20 liters of the porridge. Then you call them, and you buy some sweet potato. You just go to your farm, you just remove some sweet potatoes, you take them at home, you cook them very well. Then people, they use it like a fast break. They use that porridge with some sweet potato for taking. So that's how the life it was. And nowadays things are just changing slowly. You know, the way you're just going, that's how things are just changing. You know, like the way I was just been getting some stories at the past. Our granddad, they usually used to gather together like in a very tall tree. So they really surround, they just go and invite each other and they tell each other. So they create a special day, they just meet for solving family issues, or for educating the youths. So nowadays those things are done to taking place in the village here, like more so in cooler communities. People are just they're not doing those kind of the things. So they could just like those elder brothers, they could just go and call each other, they just gather together, they just have some good plans. Then, by the way, at the past life, it was very sweet, because people, they really have some very nice respect, not like nowadays. At the past, if you could see the big person maybe calling something, you could just do some helping. Or if you see a big person that's passing where you are, you must do some greatness. So that's how the life it was. But nowadays things are just changing. They're really changing. So there was a very more respect more than nowadays. But nowadays people, no respect, man. That's why I'm seeing even some, they have that authority of talking shit or talking rubbish in the social media, like abusing big brothers. And the person was not like that way. You could not be allowed to do such kind of a thing. So when I see like a person talking bad about other person, like you are just speaking shit to somebody and is a big person, is a big, you know, you are big brother or a big sister. Wow. Nowadays things are very smooth. They are just good. But at the past, nothing was like that way. If you have a big brother, you must give a respect. Most of our grandfathers and our grandmom were being respected very seriously because they could just even curse. When they just give you a curse, it's a serious curse. It really work. But nowadays people, they don't fear, man. Like you can see this group is a very big one. Nowadays people, they don't fear. I don't know why. Like in social media, me, I really wonder somebody can get the energy to talk about somebody, saying that somebody's bad, is just doing like this way, and you don't have any approval. That's lack of respect. You don't have any respect to your life. You don't have any respect. So you must have a respect to each other, and life will just go smooth and nice. So this is our banana farm here. You can see my mom and me, we try to do some supporting of the bananas because there are some of them here. You can see this one here. This is a supporter because when it's too much of rain, they really fall down. So that's why we try to do this for protecting them. Like this one is somehow very nice and really mature. So this is some supporters because now is the season of rain. When rain is too much, we usually found our bananas falling down without knowing. So if you have never subscribed to this YouTube channel, do so, subscribe. This is your brother Chris Muniko. I want to give you more positive content from East Africa regarding wherever I'm just going. I will try to give you some history about how Africa and how our community life is just taking place, and other communities how life is just taking place. Like I really have the dream of traveling. Don't think that my dream have just felt like that way. No, I have a lot of planning. I'm just planning for my YouTube channel. I'm just planning for my contents, what I'm supposed to do, how to make my videos to be good, and how even to make my audience to know that Chris is just active like the way I am. So that's how life is it. So don't forget to subscribe if you have never subscribed. These are another fruits here. We're just enjoying the village here. This one is just avocado. The past oil that we usually use like villagers boys or villagers people for making our skin to look good. We shall use this for making our skin to look good. Like me, I use this avocado for oiling my body to make sure my body is just looking somehow good when I was just going to school, when I was just young. So this one, big shout out to it. It's a very important thing and important meaning on this earth. It's a very great tree. It's a very great fruit. When I see it, I give it a respect because even me, I use this for making my skin to be smooth. So that is it. So I have to walk like this way. Let me pass around this. Like wow. I have made here with a good history plant that I can just try to give you. Do you see this one? This is coffee. The way you're just seeing this one here, this is my grandfather and my grandmom. They just planted them here. So at the past, when I found them, there was somehow few in this place. So these are some of the plants that I really founded my grandmom doing what? Planting them. Yet, you know me, I never saw my grandfather. I can't try. I never saw my grandfather, but I saw almost all of my grandmoms. And may you rest in peace wherever you are. my grandfathers and my grandmoms. May you rest in peace. So when I grown, I saw my grandmom planting those type of the coffee in this place. Well, that days those coffees were just many around this place, and the truth that also something that I can just tell you about the coffee, what I know today when I saw my grandmom making them to grow. Coffee, they really need the place where it's just very clean. I never saw the farm of the coffee being dirty, like having grass like this place they were just saying. No, that's not a coffee farm. I really saw my grandma planting them, and the place was very neat, was very, very clean, very, very clean. So that's what I knew about the coffee, and because of that, it means that my grandmom, she was very neat, she was very clean, she was very clean, all of them. And there's some plants that I found them planting, like cassava. I saw my grandmom planting cassava, and one of the vegetables that we really like, skuma wiki, I really found my grandmom planting them. I don't know what's wrong with that cow, planting them. So that's the life. And you know, like kales, my dad was really liking planting even them some years ago at that side there. I don't know if you can just try to see it on that part. Let me talk about that side there. My dad was really liking planting kales with some tomato. My dad loved one thing called kachumbari. He really loved eating kachumbari. Kachumbari, if you don't know, kachumbari is just you cut some tomato in some small pieces, then you take the onion, you cut in small pieces, you mix together, you put a small salt, then you can just like to use the pepper, you add some flavor of the pepper on top of it, then you just eat. It's just yummy, very fresh food and amazing. I don't know what's wrong with this cow. Maybe I can try to do a help. You know, cow, when it's just produce that sound, is about two meaning. Maybe it's not getting enough food, or it need water, or it want to go home. It have a lot of meaning. So I think it's because of this action. You can try to see it was not getting anything to eat, so I have to change it from this place. But it have a lot of energy. I don't know what am I going to do. You can try to see it's trying to push me. Oh, what? It want to land. Can I leave it here for the owner to come and let me see what to do? It have a lot of energy. Let me wait it to pull, then you can see it have a lot of energy. So for that, let me wait it again. It has a lot of energy. Let me what? Then you can just go with it. Let me try to put it in a nice place to eat. But it have a lot of energy. Ever. I have never seen. I'll put my camera down here. No. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. I'm helping you. You're just disturbing me. Wow. can see. I think here now is just best because there's a lot of grasses in this place. If it does not want to eat, let it stay here. You know, in the village here, that's why you saw a very big branch of the tree being, the cow being tightened on it, because we don't like kilos in the village here. Like when you just go to the neighborhood farm, that's another case. We start a case now, so I must be keen. So actually, I think I'm somehow tired. I want to end my video in this place here. Let me wish you a happy weekend. Have a fantastic day. Just enjoy wherever you are and taking your time for watching my video. That's something great. Be blessed to all my subscribers, all my supporters that are just supporting me by commenting in my videos, liking. That's a very special support to my life and to all of my channel. I want to say be blessed, and don't forget to subscribe to Chris Muniko YouTube channel. Bye. One love from Chris Muniko. Mwah.